Destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes. The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 5 minutes.
Okay, noticed a little something. Excuse me. Now, the final countdown by Europe contains this flash up, and it also contains a whole bunch of 11, 11, 11. I mean, everything's November, right? And this countdown, you know, it goes 22, 23, 24, 25, final countdown, triggers 26, 27. And War Games, the main film, 1983, right? Which shows you who are the targets, right? The targets chosen, there are only two. Las Vegas first, then Seattle. And that is the order it's going. On 7/11, as in the movie, 7/11, the Las Vegas Mandalay Bay psyop was conducted. Then, in typical Ferris style, it has to happen on a parade day, or shall we say a parade period, because Thanksgiving, Macy's Day Parade, the 91st, is a 9-day period for Seattle. Now, some people have noticed you got the same countdown, 21, 22, oh, sorry, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, no, 23 is not there. It's interesting anyway, but we're past 23 already. That was the Macy's Day Parade, the Thanksgiving Parade. 24, 25, 26, 27. Look, this ends 27 too. It's counting up to the end of the month, but there's more. In Miracle Mile, the meaning of Miracle Mile is the 4-minute warning, a British preparedness 4-minute warning for nuclear strikes back in the Cold War. But again, you've got the same thing at the end of this Miracle Mile nuclear West Coast movie, predictive programming movie from 1988. You've got the same countdown again. You know, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And there's no 31st, just a helipad. Hold on, let's see if we can get to it. There you go. Right? Hell. So it ends at 30. November's only got 30 days. It doesn't have 31. But either one of these days, I would say, that's tomorrow, by the way. That's tomorrow. So we'll know soon enough, eh? Tomorrow and the day after is the 1st of December. Well, the Las Vegas operation was on the 1st of October. So it's either going to be, I mean, you know, in terms of likely dates, I mean, the last day of the Thanksgiving pagan period is either the 30th of November or the 1st of December. The harvest. Oh, look at that H. Helipad. It's harvest. Yeah. America gets harvested around here. Maybe. I don't know. They're going to choose their date, aren't they? But if they're going to keep it within the Thanksgiving parade period, then it's either tomorrow or the 1st of November. And then we're on to the 13th of November and the 23rd of November and the 31st, sorry, of December I'm talking about. 13th of December, 23rd of December and the 31st of December. So we got like, what, 5 different hot dates starting tomorrow for this Seattle submarine missile boom on Seattle, followed by blackouts. Everything screams blackouts. So, 1 coincidence, 2 coincidences. The countdown is here, the same countdown, or shall we say count up. and only two cities mentioned in the whole of the map of America? Come on. Missiles, nuke hoax film set in Seattle, 311 all over it, 113, 23, and tomorrow is 23, 113, 17, 11/30/17. So I reckon I'm going to get this prediction to within a day or so, unless it's next year and it's March the 11th again. We don't know, do we? But all I do know is that they are going to conduct this operation. Now, here's the major film predictively programming the Seattle false flag. It references Seattle at least twice in the movie. Stiller here, he references the Puget Sound, and Ferris is in the movie, of course, and on his wall is the Space Needle and the Ferris wheel, the sun disk of Ra. You got the gay Freemason rainbow behind the Affleck duck here, right? The ducks, duck and cover, nuclear reference. Then you've got, he's working on the Ferris wheel inside the Toys R Us on Times Square, on the Masonic Square, scene of the hoax operation earlier this year. So this operation hasn't happened yet, this West Coast operation. Let me show you. Bear with me, it's not that one. Escape from LA. Right. Now we know that Escape from New York, John Carpenter's Escape from New York, is all about 9/11. There's a plane lands on the trade towers. A plane and the trade towers. Do you get it? And then inside this trade towers, you see this Space Needle and a bunch of 13s and stuff like that. I'll have to go back into that because the graffiti on that wall is very telling in that movie. It's a police state future. New York is walled off. And then in 1996, I do believe, he made this Escape from LA, which should not be ignored at all, because this is all about the Pacific Rim, Seattle, West Coast, submarine boom, tsunami even, false flag with blackouts on the back. This is the blackout machine here, right? He types in code 666 to black out the world. Well, the world, according to America, is just America. As you can see, you've got Trump's wall, keeping the Americans in, not to keep Mexicans out, to keep Americans in. You've got police state troopers in black, as we see in real life now, an army on the streets. Oh yeah, we see them already in Paris and Brussels, and soon they'll do an Edinburgh Scottish psyop to have police and army on the streets there, and a Tower Bridge psyop as well. Tower Bridge boom, again predictively programmed. Yet I found it again in the Take That video called Flood. Tower Bridge, that's the next one for London. So how does this movie start? It starts with a Ferris wheel on the coast getting taken out by a massive tsunami. That's the first thing you see in this film. An earthquake, tsunami, West Coast, Ferris wheel getting taken down. Ferris Bueller wheel. The Eye of Ra, the Eye of Isis. The sun disk of Ra and Isis. Then, the next thing you see is him coming in, Mr. One-Eyed Trousers Snake here, surfing the Hershey Highway, quite literally, here, to Hershey. Surfing the Hershey Highway, of course, is the gay reference, the gay Freemasonry. Here's Hershey. Yeah. Surfing the Hershey Highway, trans Hershey here. But he travels in on a submarine. Right? This is him inside the submarine. Goes to the West Coast in a submarine. In the first film, he goes into the East Coast in an airplane and lands on the World Trade Towers, 9/11. And so this film is completely the West Coast false flag. And I don't care if it's Seattle, LA, San Francisco, Portland, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as it's West Coast and then there's blackouts on the back of it, well, there you go. And this film's all about a blackout machine. So I mean, I can go over so many films. I don't know if I can find them. Should be able to. Ferris is himself, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 9/11 here, Mr. 9/11, Explosions on the Towers. Orlando Pulse, 6/12/16, All Her, Done, Done, Done. Ferris is Operation Not Done. And the film is about Ferris. Ferris is the big one, right? Seattle, Jade Helm, Emerald City, Jade, and that's in this movie too. Oh yeah. So that hasn't been conducted yet. This has, that hasn't. Interesting. There are movies called November Man and November Criminals and November. And look at this, Black Friday, Blackout Friday. You never saw this one coming. Yes, I did. Coming next Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving period. We're still in it. Tomorrow, the next day. Who knows? We'll see. Here's the Enchantment Under the Sea, Back to the Future. Right? It's November, look. Be there or on the Masonic Square. The Trident. There you go, the Trident there. The Trident submarine. Kitsap Banger Base, Seattle. So this film also, just like Escape from New York and Escape from LA, it starts off with 9/11 blatantly, and then it ends, towards the end of the movie, with Enchantment Under the Sea, which is a Trident submarine. Missile, boom, nuke hoax, West Coast. Maybe to be blamed on North Korea still. Oh, very easily. Start a war on North Korea. But it's not about a war on North Korea. It's about a war on American people. How long are they going to hold these blackouts? And I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. If I was in America, I would be prepared in terms of food and drink. You know, canned food, etc. No harm in having it anyway. Canned food lasts a very long time. But think about it. This operation hasn't happened yet, right? This operation. It hasn't happened yet. But every single predictive programming movie says it will. 9/11 happened. Las Vegas happened. Here we go. Sleepless in Seattle hasn't happened, but the Las Vegas Mandalay Bay here and the Emerald Green here for Seattle, that has happened just according to the war games, 7/11, and then some kind of 3/11 date, 23, 13, 30th tomorrow, November, December 2017, very likely. We'll see. But you know, I would expect it. I would definitely expect Sleepless in Seattle very soon. I really would.